It looks like we are live. All right. Hello, everyone. Are you tired of holding back? Is the topic of the day on this Facebook Live series to live your life unleashed. So, are you? I'm addressing this topic because I'm feeling this is in the field. So it's in the field with my clients. It's in the field with me. When I say in the field, it's like in the energy field, in the quantum field. So have you been feeling like kind of heavy and tired and withholding yourself? Like a horse that, hey Stefan, like a horse that just wants to go, but you're holding the reins so tight and you're holding back on the things that perhaps you'd want to say, and you're keeping that to yourself. Hey, thanks, Stefan. So glad you're here. You know, I see this all the time where when you're not sharing your truth, so when you're withholding what is making you, let's say, angry or sad, or withholding communicating your emotions, it can cost you a lot. And I see it all the time with my clients when they come to see me. It can cost you health, energy, productivity. It can cost you relationships. It can cost you time, enjoyment, life enjoyment that is lost because you're not, you're holding back your truth. You're not saying to the people what you really think. You're not telling them, like, how many people in your life really know who you are? Like, deep down. Think about it. Do your parents, does your loved ones, do your friends know deep down who you are, what you believe in, what you're about? And the reason I'm asking you this is I've had to ask myself that question when I became a coach 4 years ago. I was still a nurse practitioner, and there was so much stuff that I was holding back because I was afraid of, disturbing, bothering people. I was afraid of people changing their opinion of who I am or in their view. I was afraid of losing some status, with regards to what I was doing. And so I had to go through the healing process of sharing my truth. And this is, it's been my journey, but also my client's journey. I was coaching a client of mine yesterday, and she's been with me for a year, but we've been, touching base a little bit more spread out times now. And she was telling me how she can feel the compounding effect of all the transformation and the healing and the liberation and the transformation that we've done just in her ability to just, express how she feels and to her partner, to her spouse. And she was telling me, Catherine, I would not have done that before. I would have withheld, and something would have bothered me, and I would have said, no, it's fine. But that emotion, that anger, that resentment would have kind of boiled inside and drained her energy and make her life heavy and unfun, really, like lack of joy. And so she was telling me how it was so much easier now in her life to express and to, get in touch with how she feels, which really is the first step, is to get in touch with how you feel. A lot of people are withholding just simply being in touch with how they feel. And that's the first step to awareness, because emotions that are not acknowledged or that you're not in touch with, they will bury themselves deep into your body and create some havoc there. It can create some, adrenal fatigue. It can weaken your immune system, and you catch whatever cold, coronavirus, illness that's out there. The immune system is got a direct relationship with the emotions because of the stress response that's there. So anyways, to come back to my client, she was telling me that in the past she was withholding these things because she was afraid of how people would feel, and she was afraid of losing their love and their approval. So has that been your case? Like, I'd love to know if this has been your case in the past. Like, put it in the chat, in the comments. I know this is something that a lot of people are going through. This is something I had to go through and heal and even release on a continuous basis. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I was on a powerful course with a mentor of mine, and we were doing some invocations and vocals, and my partner was in the room, and I was holding back. I was afraid that he would think that I'm kind of woo or very weird, and perhaps he would love me less. And I was shedding tears and going like, Catherine, this is the person who loves you the most, and you love him the most, and yet you're there holding back because you're afraid of what it's going to look like. Why? And I had to go through this process of healing and using my own tools to release that, and to release the idea that if I'm fully myself, fully and completely, people are not gonna love me anymore. Hey, Francis. So where is it in your life that you're withholding your truth of who you are and how you feel? So like my client, the first step is to connect with that feeling and actually not be afraid of visiting that emotion. Most people are afraid of visiting their emotions and just feeling them, because emotions can have comfortable or uncomfortable sensations that follow them. Most toxic emotions or negative emotions have uncomfortable feelings or sensation. But when you're willing to connect with those emotions and to actually hear the message from them, instead of these toxic emotion kind of finding seat in your body and creating havoc there, you can actually receive the message and the lesson. And by applying that, by giving yourself permission to apply that in your life, will help to release that kind of layer by layer. This was a huge thing this last week for me and this week for my client. And I know that there's a lot of you people out there perhaps being afraid of sharing your truth and really expressing who you are. So I would invite you to examine your life, and just be aware, where is it in your life that you're withholding your truth? And I would invite you to see how much energy it requires for you to withhold that truth. It's like the horse that you have to really hold back and pull on the reins. It just wants to go and run and be free and be itself, right? So it requires a lot more energy than you think to withhold your truth and to kind of grudge on the emotions of like anger, resentment, sadness, whatever is going on that you're not expressing. And it's eating up your vital energy and can truly cause illness and disease in the body, versus the energy that it requires to have the courage to express how you feel and express your opinions and your desires, and just the amount of things that open up when you do. You'll be surprised at how much more connected you're going to feel with the people around you when you dare expressing the very thing you were afraid of expressing because you thought they would reject you or abandon you in some ways. You're going to regain a lot more energy by sharing truly who you are. And maybe there's some friends that are going to follow, they're going to think you're weird and perhaps not like you so much. And so what? Do you really want to hold on to relationships with people who don't really know who you truly are? Do you really want to hold on to relationships that you can't express fully who you are and be embraced in that and actually encouraged in that? Right? Do you really want to hold on to relationships where you have to censor yourself and be careful of what you're saying because this person is not aware of that within yourself, or maybe be shocked or something, right? Like, what if you were to build relationships that are truly authentic and connected, where you can express the wholeness of who you are, where you can express that magic, spark. Hey, Patrick, nice of you to be here. Magic spark of who you are, and really be with friends, authentic relationships and authentic friends who get you, who are growth oriented, who support you, who support your crazy, right? Who encourages your crazy. I have got friends who just, encourage my woo and my crazy, and together we grow and we live unapologetically ourselves. We just live unleashed and anything. So I'm here taking a stand for anything that comes in the way of you being free to totally be yourself and to totally do the things that feels good to you. I mean, obviously in ways that are respectful of others. We get that in the in the paradigm, in the background. But I really am taking a stance more and more towards you having the freedom of truly being who you are and not withholding your truth, so that you can have the grandest experience of life that you are meant to have, right? And if that feels challenging to you, if you don't know how to start tapping into your emotions in a way that feels safe and in a way that feels empowering, and if you don't know how to start expressing your truth and expressing how you feel with the people around you, this is what coaching can do for you. First, we can release emotions that have been deeply seated into your psyche and into your body, and it's easier than you think. My clients always are amazed how easy it is to release these emotions and to transform the energy of these emotions. Emotions are energy in motion. They're just energy that wants to move in your body. So if it's there, why not use it to your advantage? Using that energy so that you can be more free to express that truth. And you're going to find out that the more you practice expressing that, the easier it's going to become. And the easier it becomes, the more, the more you become practiced in the habit of that, and you will see magic arise around you. When you change, the world around you changes. When you start expressing yourself and being yourself, you're giving permission to other people around you. Does this resonate with you guys? Like, I'm finding that this is like, wow, the amount of transformation that I see happening in myself and in my clients. I'm like, I want to bring this into the world. And it starts with you, each one of you, connecting with your emotions, witnessing or being aware, where is it in your life that you're withholding your truth? It could be at the store, well, with someone who's kind of been rude and stepped in front of you, and you're not saying anything, but inside you're going, rah, 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 instead of saying, excuse me, I was standing in line, so please go behind me. Where is it that you're holding your truth in your intimate relationship? Perhaps something your partner did is upsetting to you, and you've been dwelling on this maybe for days or weeks or months or years even, and how liberating do you think this would be to be able to express that in a way that empowers you and empowers the other, in a way that doesn't hurt anybody, but actually expands the awareness and expands the joy and the light for everybody. And this is what this work is all about, so that together, because we're meant to live in relationships, but relationships are what can bring a lot of hurt, but they are also what can bring a lot of healing. So when it makes sense to focus on how we relate with ourselves and with each other as a way of, expanding more and more into the abundance, the joy, the freedom, the love, the success that you are meant to have in this life. So let me know if this resonates. Let me know, where is it in your life that you've been withholding your truth? Because just that step of awareness is very powerful to start releasing that withholding your truth and just letting the horse go and be free and natural and express itself, So I'm using the horse as an analogy because I've been a horse rider all my life, and it's a beautiful analogy because you're the rider of that horse, which is you, really. So, but your mind has the control of how much you express or withhold. And I'm telling you, there's so much benefit in expressing the truth of who you are. You will find a lot more energy coming back to you than the energy loss, the energy leak of withholding your truth. So let me know if that resonates with you, if you would like some help in accompanying you doing that, I would love to do that. I've been doing this for 4 years now with even more skills and precisions in my tools. And I'm opening up 2 spots actually for a free discovery session, which is worth $150. So if this is speaking to you, connect with me and we're going to explore in this 1 hour conversation, where have you been withholding your truth and the impacts that it's had on your health, on your energy, on your productivity, on your relationships? And what are the kind of mindset and habits that are actually, sabotaging you? And then we'll create a big vision for what it means for you to give yourself the permission to be fully yourself, and what are the possibilities that can arise from that. And then we'll create a step-by-step plan to move you forward. So you can connect with me here on this page or by email at inspiration@catherinegagnon.ca. So that is inspiration, INSPIRATION at catherinegagnon.ca. All right, I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys, sending you lots of love, and just be yourself. Be free to be yourself, unleashed. All right, take care, you guys. Bye for now.